the Knuckle Sandwich podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Anderson. It has been almost exactly 1 year ago today that we did our very first sit-down fighter interview, so it's only right that we're bringing that guy back on again. You may know him as Jason Danner. I know him, and the fans know him by Raw Dawg. But he's in with us tonight. We're going to be chit-chatting about his upcoming fight literally next weekend here in Clarksville, Tennessee. It's going to be a banger. I don't even think we know who the opponent is yet. I hope he's going to spoil that for us. I know last time we talked, he's a big WWE fan. I'm going to have him blind rank some WWE fighters later tonight. And then, we're just going to be, throwing words out. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, man. This is, I'm just excited to have Raw Dawg back on here again. Let's bring him in, Lawton. Jason Raw Dawg Danner, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, bro? It's been a year. How we feeling?
Been
What's new?
been a long year, man. Long year.
So, literally, I just looked at it earlier today. In 3 days, October 20th, it would be exactly 1 year from our very first interview. And I know a lot has probably changed since then, especially, the expectation of being super active. So that's really what I wanted to start out talking about tonight. We finished 1-0 back on October 1st, I believe it was, in your pro career. First round stoppage. A lot of your words after that was like, this is an easy fight. I've had a lot of these. I'm looking to stay active. I need a beat down. I need to do this. I need that, whatever. Um, I know some injuries have sidelined you, and so now we're coming in a year later to our second fight. I mean, what's this past year been like for Raw Dawg the fighter?
It's been rough, man, to say the least. Injury put me back, and I'm just the kind of guy I can't. If I'm not in the gym, man, I'm causing trouble, and I'm just ready to get back in there and get back to doing what I am, and that's fight, make money, and entertain.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I know you're going to cause some trouble in the cage. That's 100% for sure. I know I stalk your Instagram every now and then as a friend and as a MMA media guy, whatever. And I noticed you went to Hawaii for a little bit. Was that like a little leisure trip, or what was going on out in Hawaii? I'm sure that kind
Yeah,
of sidelined a little bit.
yeah, Hawaii was something, man. It was a cool spot to go visit. Definitely wouldn't live there. I miss Tennessee too much, man. Actually, today I was just driving out in East Tennessee, and I thought about Hawaii, and I was like, man, this place is home. I'm thought I was gonna move out there, got out there, couldn't go through with it. Came right back home.
That was kind of my worry was like, dude, if Danner moves to Hawaii, is fighting still on the table? I mean, I know they fight out in Hawaii, but I was like, dang, like, is this the end of Raw Dawg Danner? So I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad you're getting back active again because I was like, this can't be a one and done type situation.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few people, man. Because that injury, I couldn't train or do nothing for a good while, and everywhere I was going, I had people asking me, "Hey, man, when's the next one? When's the next one?" And it's been eating away at me, man. I am beyond excited to get back in there, and we're gonna try to take two at this. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna walk this man down. I'm gonna hop on the mic. I'm gonna make the crowd get loud, and by the end of 2024, I want to be back in there.
I love it. Well, I'm going to recap a little bit of our last interview. We had talked about, last time you were saying, I would like to be 4-0 by the end of 2024. Maybe that's not necessarily going to come to fruition, but I think, a 3-0 possibly could. You're talking about end of the year stuff. Would you say that that's kind of the expectation, win in October and next weekend and then possibly turn around maybe December or so and get another one under your belt?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. Like I said, that injury put everything on hold, and plan hasn't changed. It's just been a time lapse, and I'm gonna go in there and walk this man down and jump into a show in December and finish out the new year. I'd like to be by March, April. I'd like to have about 3, 4 fights,
I love it.
at least under
Well,
my belt. 3, 4 fights in that span, but yeah.
yeah, 100%. So, I rewatched our interview from a year ago when we were at Wildside together, and you threw out a couple of names, and nobody has said the opponent yet. I don't think. I've been looking all over social media trying to figure out who you're going to fight next weekend. And I don't know if you can say it, but if you can, I would love for you to on the Knuckle Sandwich podcast, of course. But
To
you
be honest, brother, I didn't even ask. It's been so long, and every time we get an opponent, it is so hard to get an opponent to come and fight the hometown guy, much less. But
and stay on
especially,
the card, stay healthy and everything.
yeah, it's so hard to get people there. I thought professional league was going to be a little bit different because there's a contract buying it, but it still is wishy-washy. People accept the fight before doing the research. They do research or they get injured or so on and so forth. And man, my last 6 fights, I've had 3 or more opponents every time. So
Yeah.
this time, me having a year layoff, I said I don't care who it is, bring them in. I've got to have a fight. I've got to get the momentum back. I got to make a statement and build off of it.
You said two names last time we talked, Jonathan Appleman and David Wilson.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I
they're
don't
still
know.
still get it, man.
There's
I will come to do them the favor of going to their territory and fight them in their hometown. I mean, I've got a few other ones like Jacob Romano. We sent him an offer for this fight. We got Cricket's back. Um, I mean, there's quite a few guys I've been looking at. I've had a lot of time just to sit and watch and just hone in on what I want to do, who it could be, and yeah, there's a couple guys out there that are 3-0, 4-0 that we offered this fight to, and they didn't take it. And I'm gonna go out there, make a statement, and make some noise, and drop some names, and you're not gonna be ignoring me too much longer.
fair enough. Well, I know that Ryan and Collins and I have been honestly talking about, when Hub City turns pro am, you're the guy on the main event for that pro slot more than likely. So I mean, you just keep Hub City in the name as well. But I mean, I need to know what training's been like for this comeback fight, we're gonna call it. So I mean, have you been doing any cross training at all? I see you post some stuff with Bryce Warner every now and then on the stories and things like that. But I mean, have you been up to like Nashville MMA, or are you strictly with Wildside right now? I mean, what's
Yeah,
training been like?
I have I mean, Wildside is always gonna be my home team. Those guys there, they are my brothers. I will go to war for them any day. That is always my gym. I've bounced around a few places and checked out some work, but this has been a wild side camp, and it will always be a full wild side camp.
I love
I
it.
might go somewhere, spar a little bit, maybe do a grappling round somewhere, and but when it comes to the people I trust and the people I want to make it there with, it is wild side to the end.
Well, and so I'm assuming Nate Landwehr has been part of this camp as well. He's been posting in Clarksville,
Yeah,
flexing the
I didn't
bicep.
see it. Yeah, we did some hard sparring the other day, and I had a pretty gnarly black eye last week, and
Sheesh.
yeah, pretty funny going to work with that, having to explain that to your superiors.
Yeah. So, what's the expectation for the fans? What's the evolution of Draw Dog been like? I mean, in your first fight, we had just talked off camera. There was that slam in the beginning, but then after that, I mean, you dominated the fight on the ground, and uh, was it a rear naked choke? Was it a ground and pound? I don't remember at this point. I mean, how did you
I
win
mean,
that last fight?
really do just gave up, man. I was
Just gave up.
expecting so much more out of that kid. I mean, we had the bar on fire the night before at
I
weigh-ins,
remember the weigh-in. Yeah.
and man, I just expected so much more. Like, I don't even really want to call it a TKO. That guy just gave up. I don't know what happened to him. He lost his fire, got caught up in the moment. But yeah, I only hit him twice, I think, maybe 3 times.
Okay, so I mean, so the expectation again. I mean, are we assuming this for the same fight? I mean, are we assuming that kind of same outcome? Quick, easy, raw
I
dog
mean,
turnaround into the year. I mean,
yeah, my boy Nate, me and him got a lot of the same mind state when it comes to opponents. We're really good at underestimating whoever we're fighting. Like
mm,
when I was fighting for Hub City, I was getting ready to fight this guy named Zach, and my teammates were like, "Oh man, he's got a dog in him. Yeah, like this is the one you need to watch out for." And like the whole time, I was just like, "Dude, I think they all kind of suck. I think I'm gonna walk in there and do what I do best." And I don't really like. I get nerves before fights, but I deal with any sort of fear or lack of confidence weeks in advance. By the time weigh-ins roll around, like I think a lot of fighters forget like this is where you asked to be. You signed up for this, and I remind myself every day, like, this is what I signed up for. I cannot wait for this moment.
So with you not, I mean, not really knowing, I guess, who the opponent. Have you watched any film on who you're fighting this coming next weekend?
Nah,
You a
man.
film watcher?
Losers focus on winners, and winners focus on winning.
I love Raw Dog's confidence, man. I'm telling you, like you are a
And
special being. You are a
it's
special being. So I do need to ask. Last time we talked as well, obviously you're a WWE fan, and you had mentioned Stone Cold as your favorite fighter. I don't think I can get my leg this high, but I do have my Stone Cold Steve Austin socks on right now. Did you are we expecting the 2 beer walkout for Raw Dog this next weekend?
if they will let me smash 2 beers before I get in there, I 100% will. But I really doubt they will.
Come on, Jesse. Let him do it. Let
Yeah,
him do
yeah.
it.
I tell you, you give me 2 beers, I'll put on twice the show.
As long as you don't drink them before, you drink them after, you'll be all right. If Tai Tuivasa can do shoeies, surely you can bang two across each other. So
Oh yeah.
we'll make it happen. We should make it happen. Also, last time we talked, you said PFL over the UFC. I just want to know if you are still in that mindset as well. Given like some of the fights that the UFC's been putting on, which have been incredible. The PFL puts on great fights as well too. But like you had said, I mean, like you like the tournament type style fighting and those kind of things. So are you still in that mindset of PFL over UFC? I'm curious.
Sometimes I just be talking, you know. Yeah. Like it's never really UFC over PFL. Like that was kind of where our plan was going. We had kind of a route to make it to the PFL, so that seemed more in arm's reach. But year layoff takes you out of the mix. So really, it's just whoever wants to get their hands on me first. You know what I mean? Like, give me the money, and I will give you a show.
I love it. So October 26th in Clarksville, Tennessee at the Emerald. What time do fights start, Danner? Do you even know?
5 o'clock, I think.
Fights start at 5 o'clock. Maybe doors
The
open at
doors
5
open
o'clock. All right, I was
means
just like, dang, that's some
six.
early fights, bro. Doors
Yeah.
open 5 o'clock at the Emerald in Clarksville, Tennessee. You can catch this man, Jason Raw Dog Danner. Main event, do you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. Always.
Has to be main event.
I think my last 5 or 6 fights have been main events.
And you
They know where.
sell half the tickets in the arena, you've got to be the main event.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, even when I go somewhere, man. Like when we went to Jackson, we brought big crowds when we went
Yeah.
there. It's I'm very blessed, man. I'm very blessed. Biggest change this year has just been mind state, and I'm getting older, and I really just want to appreciate all this because this is a young man's game, and I'm getting older every day.
How old are you, Danner?
29 this year.
Oh, dang, you're older than I
13.
thought you were. No offense. All right, so as a WWE fan, what is your favorite era of the WWE? By the way, like 2000s?
Very
Are you
dark.
a new?
Without a doubt, the Attitude Era was the best era there
Okay,
was.
okay. I was making sure because we're about to play a little blind ranking game. With I've got 10 guys, WWE guys. I watched a little bit of WWE when I was growing up, so these are all guys that I know. I mean, you may know some other ones. I don't know, but I'm gonna just give you a name, and then you got to put them at a spot between 1 through 10. And I wish we had like a little graphic we could put up on the screen, but I'll recap it at the end. I don't have like a dry erase board or anything, or we would do that too. So a little piss poor planning from my part. But we're gonna start out. So 1 through 10. Again, you don't know who's coming next. You got to kind of be a little smart about this, standard. But number one, Undertaker. Where are you putting him on 1 through 10 as a
He's five.
WWE wrestler? 5, right in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, right in the middle.
Okay, so then we're gonna go to The Rock, and I'm gonna say like the old Rock, not necessarily the new Rock.
Yeah. So Attitude Era
Turtleneck Rock.
number 2.
Number 2, dang. Okay, you're not leaving much room at the top here. We're gonna go John Cena, not 50-year-old John Cena. Like added, like you said, the older era John Cena here.
I didn't really like John Cena back then, man. I'll put him at like 8 or 9. But we'll do 8 because I don't know who the other 2 are coming. You might hit me with like a gold dust or something.
I didn't think that too far in advance, so you may be hurting yourself here. We're gonna go Booker T. Number next. Booker T.
The Booker T. Man, I love Booker T. My training partners actually went to a couple of Booker T's wrestling camps.
Dang.
Uh, Shout out Adrian Thomas. He should be getting back in the thing soon. But I'll say we'll put him at 6.
6. Okay. So for right now, we've got 5, 2, 8, and 6 taken. We're going to go with Sting next.
Sting, oh my God. We're gonna put Sting at number 3. That was one of my favorites coming up.
3. Okay. And of course, we got to go with Stone Cold here.
That's number 1.
I figured it would be. Next, we're going to go Big Show.
10.
10.
10.
Dang. Okay.
I never got the gimmick, man. You just he was kind of like
You're just a
great
big
value
guy.
on the Giant.
Rey Mysterio.
What did I
You've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 10 taken. So you've got 4, 7, and 9 left.
we'll put him at 7. 'Cause,
See, this hurts my heart because Rey Mysterio was my favorite growing up. Like the little guy spinning around in the ropes, 619, all that stuff, but it's fine. We're going to go with Kane next. So you got 4 and 9. Kane is next.
we'll go 9. We'll go 9. I
9.
wasn't into that era of Kane, man.
Okay.
I always thought Kane was just weird.
He's just like Undertaker's brother. That's it. Like that's who he was
Yeah,
known as.
yeah,
So
sucking his
you're
big.
number 4. Number 4, this would be like the D generation Triple H here. I
Oh
think that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. No, he fits in there. Like I was the biggest DX fan, man. Like I love.
100%.
Got kicked.
Were you,
I got suspended from school. I was one of those kids who got suspended from school.
I was literally about to ask, were you walking down the hall like suck it, ooh,
Yeah,
do it?
yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I figured. All right, recapping this for you. We've got Stone Cold Steve Austin number 1, The Rock at number 2, Sting at 3, Triple H at 4, Undertaker 5, Booker T 6, Rey Mysterio 7, John Cena 8, Kane 9, Big Show 10. I think that's a pretty dang good list there.
Yeah, I like it. I wish we could have threw an Eddie Guerrero in there because that was
See,
one of
I
my.
almost did. When I put Rey Mysterio, I almost put Eddie Guerrero on there too, but I was like, man, I don't know.
Dude, I just loved everything about Eddie Guerrero. Just
Coming out in
like
the El Camino with the hydraulic and
uh,
yeah.
but just doing the cheap stuff, man. Like, he would like throw a chair to somebody, and they throw it back and forth after he knocked out the referee, and he just lay there and act like he's knocked out. Like I would go crazy over that, man.
Oh man. Well, this has been a blast, Danner. I don't want to keep you too long, man. We're like what, 8 days, 9 days away from the fight. So I mean, I'll give you a little bit of time to shout some people out, and then of course, like weight cutting's got to be on your mind right now too. So have all the
We're doing
Twinkies you can, but
lightweight, so there is
doing
not
it a
much of a
what?
yeah. This is a lightweight fight.
What?
Yeah,
Going
yeah,
from
but
you're going from 135 to 155.
yeah, I fought there before. I've got finishes in
Sheesh.
35, 45, 55.
What made you choose 55 for this fight?
Uh,
Just didn't want to cut
just
weight.
coming off the injuries, and yeah, it's no secret I don't like cutting weight. I
Sure.
cut a lot of weight to get to 35, and I'm still cutting weight for this, but it's not nearly as much as I'm used to. So
So would you
plus,
say that we're probably at 45 maybe for the rest of the career? 45, 55?
no, 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 no. Me coming off of this injury, I've been back training for a few months now, but it was all low intensity stuff, and we've got a very hard nosed camp, and I've got a lot of killers I train with that know what they're doing, and you get some bumps and bruises, and you don't want to beat the body up too bad before showtime. So,
Fair enough.
easing into this one, full throttle after this. We'll either go next fight either 35 or 45, but 35 is my weight class, and that's where I will be staying. So you
Love it.
bantamweights, you watch it, man, because like I said, I just need one or two more. I just gotta make it through the fight and get to that microphone, and y'all gonna have no choice but to listen.
Love it. Well, if you got any shout outs, Danner, the floor is yours, my man.
Everybody at Wildside, all of our coaching staff, everybody's been great, man. I don't have any sponsors going into this one. I pretty much isolated myself for this camp and wanted to do it all myself this time. So really, it's just my team and the people that's helped me get it through this year, man. It's been a rough year. Some days a lot better than others, and I'm just glad to be coming out on the other side of it and ready to finish off this year with a smash and start off 2025 with some big momentum and some big words for everybody.
Well, hopefully, you're going to be collecting some big checks as well.
Oh,
I
I'm
can see
gonna
it in
get
the
big
future
checks, man.
already.
Over a problem over here. You when you sell tickets like I do and you entertain like I do, they're gonna pay you. They're gonna pay you well.
Understood. Understood. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, you can catch Jason Raw Dog Danner October 26th at the Emerald. Doors open at 5 p.m. You're going to catch him at the main event, though, so maybe a little later. So you got a little time to, go out and get some food, maybe a couple drinks in the system, and see this man fight at lightweight. I can't. That's crazy. But, Tanner, thank you so much for joining, bro. I hope it's not another year until the next time we have you on again. But it's always a great time to have Raw Dog on. I can't wait to be hearing Raw Dog yelled across Clarksville.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be deafening. It's gonna be deafening. That's for sure.